progress.
Oh wow, that was a fun announcement my computer just made. The meeting's being recorded. That's a new aspect of this version of Zoom. Welcome to the Living Room Show. 1.2 apparently with updated Zoom settings. That actually happened on a show I did last night where they wanted to start and stop a recording in between every comic, and it really kept the show going to have a robotic woman's voice yelling, "The recording has ended." It was horrendous. Welcome to Friday night here at the Living Room Show. Thank you so much for coming. A couple of quick announcements before we get started. This is stand-up comedy on Zoom. If you don't know how Zoom works, where have you been? But here's how this works. We suggest putting your Zoom into speaker view. That's if you hit that button up there, you can go from gallery view in speaker view. See the comics really big. If you're on an iPad, you can swipe on over. That will get you to speaker view. And we want to make this as much like a live in-person stand-up comedy show as we can. So if you are somewhere where there isn't a lot of background noise, you're not watching this on the side of a highway with trucks flying by, which I wouldn't blame you. Hey, we can do this comedy from wherever. Go ahead, unmute your microphone. Let us hear your beautiful, awesome laughter. That would be great. And hey, turn your cameras on. If you think you're somewhere where we can see your faces, we love to see your smiles. Comics love that connection because that's why we're doing this, because we need connection, obviously, with other humans. That's why we are here making you laugh. Okay, quick shout out right now to everybody watching over on Twitch, on Comedy Hub. Give them a round of applause too. Let them we appreciate them being with us this whole time. It has been great. Next thing that I want to say, I will have it set so if you do want to unmute yourself, I'm going to have it set so you can't unmute yourself unless you send me a message. Go ahead, just send me a quick message. I'll unmute you. Like if you're eating dinner now and you're chomping really loudly but want to get unmuted later, go ahead, send me a message. If you do get muted at some point during the show, don't take it personally. It's just maybe we hear some background noise. Maybe you don't realize how loud you click your mouse as you scroll around. So yeah, it's not on you. It's just on Zoom. We'll blame Zoom on that one. I can't wait to blame Zoom 5 years from now for everything. Why didn't the Mets make the playoffs? Zoom. That is exactly it. And the final announcement, this is a free show, as all of you know, by having not paid to be here. If you want to show the comics some love, go ahead. You can find us on Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle using the email livingroomcomedy@gmail.com. I just threw that up there in the chat. I'll throw it up again later in case you want to see it. So as long as the show is not making you throw up, then hey, go ahead. Throw some money towards us, because I am on top of my puns today, and I haven't even technically started. So who knows what'll happen when I am on later. We are going to have an amazing time tonight, starting with our MC. She's coming to us from Ottawa. We are so excited to have her. Let's hear it for the amazing, the returning Rochelle Ellie, everybody.
Beautiful people of the Living Room Comedy Show, how's it going? If it wasn't for this pandemic, I would have died not knowing what Microsoft Teams, StreamYard, Twitch, Zoom was. But no, now Zoom is my life. The most excitement a lot of us have had in the last year. Remember when we used to travel? I actually was in Manhattan right before the pandemic, but I have to say what I love about New York is I always feel beautiful when I'm in New York. I was in Manhattan and I was on the subway and this guy, a scraggly guy, yells at me. He's like, "Hey, beautiful. You look like my ex-girlfriend. Beautiful smile, crooked teeth, lazy eye." I'm like, thanks. Someone in New York thinks I'm hot. I'm a New York 10. Okay, homeless New York 10, right? Homeless guy in New York 10. Cheers, everybody. No, I love you guys already. There's so many amazing things you could be doing tonight, and you've decided to come out for a live comedy. I love you guys already. Woo-hoo-hoo! Give yourself a round of applause. All right, so put away the dinner, people. Andrea, I know you just finished your lasagna. We are here, people, for a comedy show. We love laughter. We have 4 amazing comedians waiting in the admin room for you. Let them hear you, people. And I will be your hostess with the mostest. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Rochelle. The people who heard me last time, they know that I have a very special nickname. My nickname is actually Rash. Does anybody know what a rash is? Yeah, you for sure know what a rash is. Come on, Dawn. Rash is something irritating or a decision that was not well thought out. So basically it means when my husband proposed to me, he was making a rash decision to be irritated for the rest of his life. And I'm hosting tonight, so tonight I will be your reoccurring rash. Cheers. I have kids. It can be really irritating having kids. How many people out there have children? Let me hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, you brought your child.
Hello.
Yes. Well, it is a clean comedy show, but hopefully she knows a bit about the birds and bees. Yeah, I find like it's interesting. Alma, you have a young daughter. I think, like, I have teenage boys, and I think it's interesting because there's no way to know what kind of parent you're going to be when you have babies, even when you have little kids. Because I remember when my son was a baby, I was such a patient, kind mother. Like, I read all the parenting books. I played games with my little baby. I sang songs, and even when he was crying, I was very patient. And my neighbor at the time had 2 teenage boys, and she did a lot of crack. And she was always pissed at her teenagers. She's always yelling at her teenagers. And I remember at that time judging that woman. I'd look at my baby. I'd say, honey, that's a very bad crack, Mom. Mother's my magic crack. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. Mommy will never talk to you like that, even when you're a teenager. Now that I have teenagers of my own, I reflect on that woman who did a lot of crack, and I realize that woman did crack because of her kids. Even my grandma, 5 kids, 26 grandchildren every night, 2 vodka and orange. And I judged my grandma. I remember I judged my grandma. I was like, I think my grandma is an alcoholic. Now I realize, no. Grandma wasn't an alcoholic. Grandma drank so she could love her children. I think I want 2 glasses of wine every night. No, I drink so I can love these jackasses I'm living with. Actually, that's not entirely true. I drink because I love alcohol. Woohoo. But one of the reasons I love alcohol is because I hate drinking and driving, and sometimes alcohol is the one thing that keeps me from getting in my car and driving far, far away from my children. Jackie and Henry clapping. You guys are for sure alcoholics too. I love it. It's not easy. And my kids, they like, what's fun for your teenagers is not fun for you. Like, I'm realizing that more and more. Like, my kids want to play this game with me called Yellow Car Safety. It's like Punch Buggy No Returns. Did any of you guys play that as kids? Mm-hmm. Punch Buggy No Returns. Basically, you see, it's the same game, but the way it works is the first person to see a yellow car gets to punch someone in the arm, and no one can punch you back. It's basically a punching game. Yellow Car Safety. My teenagers want to play this game with me while I'm driving. I'm like, I don't want to play this game. It's violent. I'm at a disadvantage. I don't want to be looking for yellow cars. I'm looking for parking. And moody tabernacle jerks keep punching me in the arm while I'm driving, going, yellow car safety. I'm like, I'm driving. Yellow car safety. Finally, I snapped. I'm like, I don't want to play this stupid game. My son's like, Mom, I don't think you get it. You're in this for life. So this has really forced me to reflect on the way I've raised my children, because I was spanked as a kid. Are there people out there who were spanked as kids? Let me hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of us. We're damaged inside, right, Serafina? Endommagé à l'intérieur, like they say in Quebec. But for that reason, I've made a very educated decision not to hit my kids. So you know what that means? I have a lot of pent-up anger and rage towards my children. And they've just asked me, they've begged me to play a game where I can hit them. And I'm a good mom. I want to give my kids what they want. I'm like, guys, are you sure you want mom to play this game? Come on, are you positive? They're like, yeah, mom, we want you to play. We want you to play. So I'm like, game on, freakers. Now every time I'm in my car, I'm looking for yellow cars, and I'm really good. And every time I see one, I punch my kids. And it's not abuse. I have their consent. It's consensual punching. I'm actually playing all the time. Recently, we're driving to Montreal, and they are arguing for like a solid hour. I find this chicken place called Saint-Hubert. They have yellow delivery cars at Saint-Hubert. I turn the corner, I'm like, woohoo! Yellow car safety, yellow car safety, yellow car safety. It sounds like, excuse me, Mom, we're not playing right now. Like, I don't think you get it, bro. You're in this for life. Thank you. We love applause breaks, people. Get into it. Come on. It's a quick show. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, perfect. Well, we have a fabulous lineup for you guys. You're going to be the amazing 50-person audience that could. So get into it, people. Let's bring in the weekend in such a beautiful way. I want you to give a really warm welcome for our next act of the evening. He has an album coming out called Nick and Sheila's Kid. Please give a warm, delicious living room welcome to Pruthik Srivastava, everybody.
Yay. Hello. How about a hand for your host, you guys? Let her hear it. She's doing a great job. This is awesome. Good to be here. This is, let's address this real quick. This ain't a COVID beard. This is a cry for help. Look at this fucking thing. This is wild, you guys. Yeah. I look like an Indian rabbi or something. This is fucking wild, man. I look like I could star in the Bollywood reboot of Uncut Gems. What the fuck, you guys? This is wild. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. We have a good week. Do we have a good Friday? Good Friday so far?
Yeah.
I had a weird Friday. I was walking down the street and somebody was like, hey, go back to India. I was like, wow. So I looked at him and said, hey, I don't think India wants me either, okay? I grew up in this country. I talk like this. I go back to India. You know what happens? My family over in India, they treat me like I'm a bootleg Gucci bag that wasn't made in the original factory. That's what the hell happens. Because I wasn't made in the original factory, okay? I was made in a dirty apartment in the city of Chicago during a Wheel of Fortune marathon. Yeah, you got it. And the only reason it was Wheel of Fortune because Jeopardy was a rerun that day. That is why, you guys. Which is wild. I got vaccinated a couple days ago. Revaccinated in here. Yeah. Proud parents know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Proud parents, let me ask you, did you guys get the Pfizer vaccine or which one did you guys get?
Moderna.
Moderna's a cool vaccine. I remember I saw the Moderna. I'm like, Moderna, that sounds like a Tyler Perry character. Or do I want to get a vaccine? Then they offered me the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I was like, can I get the Herbal Essence vaccine instead? Can I do that? Can I get the Head and Shoulders vaccine? I got dry scalp, I don't know. So I went with the Pfizer vaccine. I'm happy, though. I have a cousin, though, who's not a fan of getting the vaccine. This cousin was like, you got to watch out for the ingredients in the vaccine. You don't want to know what's going in your body. And I'm like, yo, you don't care about ingredients in your body because you eat the buffalo chicken rollers from 7-Eleven. So clearly you don't care about the ingredients that go in your body. Darvish. I hate Darvish. Darvish he's a weird dude. He's like, oh, I love the buffalo chicken rollers. I'm like, one, first off, there's no actual chicken in the buffalo chicken roller. Have any of you had it before? It's not. It's just deep fried rubber meat and My Pillow afterbirth. It's disgusting. Don't ever get it. It's wild. And then you bite into it and the grease drips all the way to Houston, Texas. It's wild, you guys. It's wild. I know. I don't know if anyone here is from Texas, though. I didn't mean to say that. It's fine. That's where Darvish lives. That's why we have to be careful, guys. It's wild, though. I'm having fun, though. I am with family currently, and I'm trying to be sober. Hold your applause for me. Yeah. My parents drink, though. So it's like me trying to be sober. Meanwhile, my family's drinking, right? And I know this because I control the Instacart. I know what the hell they're ordering. You know what my family's ordering? 10 bottles of rosé every week. What the hell, you guys? What? My Indian parents are drinking rosé like a bachelorette party from Connecticut. What is going on? Somebody's having an argument with their family. That's what's going on over there. Jindal, I think. Jindal's a regular. I think I just saw Jindal on Monday. There's a couple of regulars out there, like Evil Nice Dave. Yeah, I just saw Evil Nice Dave on Monday. I'm glad these people can bookend their week by hearing me talk softly into a laptop. It's wild though. This is cool. We got so many great fans in here. We got my greatest fan ever is in the crowd. Give it up for I, you guys. Just one letter, just I. Fan is here. There's a Rajni Srinivasan, which is almost my spelling, but that's pretty cool. I've never met a Srinivasan, so that's cool. Shout out to long names out there, you guys. Give it up for long names, you guys. Yeah. That's why I watch hockey, because it's one of the times I can watch people with longer names than mine. I love it, you guys. It's fucking hockey players have names with like S's and Z's and J's. Like that's 3 consonants in a row. I love it. It makes me feel good about my name. I love it, you guys. I love it. But here's the thing, though. I was talking to my one black friend about liking hockey, and he said to me, Pratik, I don't feel represented as a black man. That's why I don't watch hockey. And I was thinking about it. And I'm like, if I followed his logic when it comes to professional American sports, I could never watch any sport ever except the spelling bee, guys. Yeah. The sport, it's on ESPN 6.5. We know what's going on in here. Hell's yeah. Some people say I look like a spelling bee champion all grown up. No. I look like a disgraced spelling bee champion all grown up. Yeah. I look like a disgraced spelling bee champion that won, but then he had to give back the medal because it turned out I was using performance enhancing drugs at the spelling bee. Too much ginkgo supplements for Pratik, you guys. Yeah. A little bit too much. I'm having fun though. I'm having a good time. I got some news actually recently. I've been cast in a new movie. Everybody. Yeah. Nobody else knows this. So I will reveal it to you guys. You guys are special. This is like a church lock-in. We're going to get to know each other. So I will tell you. But I've been cast in a new movie. Jungle Book 2, Mowgli's Depression Years. Yeah. It's now that Mowgli has conquered the jungle, let's see if he can conquer a studio apartment in Koreatown. Let's see if he can do it, you guys. And then the rest of the movie is Mowgli looking up how to invest in cryptocurrency properly. Coming soon to Disney Check Minus, you guys. Yeah, Disney. Not Disney Plus, Disney Check Minus. Yeah, it's just Jungle Book 2 and old episodes of Jackass. It's wild, you guys. It's a wild streaming service. It's a wild card, you guys. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw a sign for hand sanitizer, you guys. Yeah, because things are kind of opening up right now. Like we don't really know, right? And I saw the hand sanitizer sign and it said, "Take only one free sample, please." There was a little table there, so I went up to the table and I grabbed 5 free samples of hand sanitizer. Yeah, because it's a pandemic right now. I got to be careful. I got to wave my Purell in the air like I really, really care, you guys. Yeah, so I had to grab 5, but there was a nice little person behind the counter who said, "Hey, what are you doing, sir? What are you doing with that?" And I'm like, I am the Indian rabbi, right? I bless these sanitizers. I know what I'm doing. I'm available for bar mitzvahs. I know what I'm doing, you guys. So I grabbed the sanitizer. I started to walk away. The person says again, hey, what are you doing, sir? So that's when I turn around and say, you can never get enough sanitizer. And I give him a wink. They give me a confused look like most of you are doing right now. But they let me go. They don't call security. They don't call Paul Bart on me. They don't do anything. They let me go. I'm fine. I get away with kind of stealing sanitizer, right? So I pull out one of the bottles. I open it, squeeze it, and I rub it on my hands. And I realize I have not stolen hand sanitizer. I have stolen Astro Glide Lube, you guys.
Wow.
I know this is a clean show, but I'm sorry. I stole, and then to top it off, I said, you can never get enough lube. Like, what am I doing? And I winked at the person. Like, what are you doing? Like, just slap handcuffs on me and take me away, but I'll just slide right out of the cuffs. I'm slick. Sometimes when I get nervous, I forget that I'm not white. Does anyone else have that problem here? Mostly white audience, you guys? Yeah, I sometimes I'll get nervous. I forget. Here's what happened. A couple years ago, I got a birthday present from my mom. It was a carbon monoxide detector. Yeah, carbon monoxide detector. Who knows what that is? Make some noise. Yeah, if you're familiar with the carbon monoxide. It's a serious problem. You got to be careful, right? You got to step up your game, right? So I get this monoxide detector. It's from Home Depot. It's digital, right? State of the art, right? And I was moving into a new apartment. So I thought for fun, let me plug in this detector and see what happens. A lot happens. Because it starts beeping like crazy. It's going off. Turner sparks are flying off of it. Sirens are going off. It's going wild, you guys. It's going wild. So I call my mom, right? And I say, hey, how do I get this thing to stop beeping? She says, take out the batteries and it will stop beeping. So I take out the batteries, right? It does not stop beeping. What is going on with this thing, you guys? It's going nuts. So I call my mom again and I say, how do I get this thing to stop beeping? She says, it's broken. Take it back to Home Depot and return it. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when I get nervous, right, I forget that I look like this. So in my state of anxiety, I grab this beeping thing, put it in my backpack, and get on the Chicago bus with the beeping backpack. Say something. Am I right? Living room comedy show. I just turned my life to an episode of the TV show Homeland. Am I right, you guys?
Yeah.
You're probably wondering, everybody, did Pratik Srivastava make it to Home Depot that day? I would never lie to you guys. Pratik Srivastava made it to Home Depot that day. What up? Proud parents, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you want to clap it up for hooray for racial progress in Chicago. No. If anything, clap it up for people who don't give a crap on the bus. How about that? Really don't care. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Let's hear it for Pratik. Srivastava. I just wanted to say his last name one more time. Pratik looked like he was on the bus right there. Pravik was talking also about white people. It was interesting because I had an experience. I spent several months in Kenya, and it was an amazing experience. I was immediately taken by the beauty of the country, the kindness of the people, and they had a very special nickname for me in Kenya. People would call it out 2-3 times a day. People would yell, Mazungu, Mazungu, Mazungu. It translates into something like white rich bitch. Or if you're French, it's tit calisse de bitch riche blanche. That sounds a little fancier, doesn't it? All right, people, let's keep this amazing show going. Next up, we have the hilarious Julia Austin, everyone.
Whoa. What do they call you that translates to white rich bitch?
Mazungu.
Okay. All right. So I'll be your second Mazungu for the night. So good to be here. I'm glad Zoom is still going on. I know things are opening back up. We're not really wearing masks outside in LA anymore. I miss the masks. Just like as a white woman, I really enjoyed hiding how small my lips are. I personally really enjoyed that. I just like walking down the street and having people seeing me with the mask on and being like, maybe she's the one with the full lips. She might be the one with the blonde hair and the full lips. We don't know. They know. See, this is not even a lip, really. It's just the top of the opening. My husband and I have we have date night tonight, and I'm kind of putting my makeup on. But last time we had date night, I had a very busy day, and I didn't have time to make myself look pretty. And I said to him at date night, I'm sorry that I don't look pretty. And he said, don't worry about it. Instead of something like, you always look pretty. Would have been nice. I don't know if anyone, clap it up if you got any quarantine weight gain out there. Anybody? A little bit? Few claps? Yeah? Previous comic, I'm not good with your name, but how much weight did you gain?
It's been unfortunately 15 pounds for me.
15? Okay, that's not bad. 15's not bad.
A lot of taquitos.
15's not bad. You can hide 15. I got a lot of my male friends, and they're kind of like in their 40s and up. A lot of them are just telling me they put on 30 to 40 pounds before they even realized it. As a woman who's been primed my whole life to always be acutely aware of my size, what are you talking about? 30, that just goes to show how much men are not like primed to pay attention. Like you can ask a woman at any time of day what she weighs and she can tell you, okay? Anytime. 120 when I wake up, 118 after I poop, 122 by the time all the meals have happened, okay? I know exactly, like, you ask a guy, you're like, what do you weigh? He's like, oh, I'm somewhere in the range of 150 to 240. That's not a range. That's someone's before and after story. Like, I don't know about that. Living in Los Angeles does make you like very aware of like exactly how attractive you are or are not. You just become very aware in LA. I have come to learn, for example, that I'm not hot enough for them to let me skip a line at a nightclub. But they will open a new line for me at the grocery store. That feels pretty. I don't know. I'm not even really into nightclubs. If I go out at all anymore, it's to bars. But, you know, as I get older, I look for different things at bars. When I was younger, I went to bars and I looked for boys. Now when I go to bars, I look for chairs. Can I just sit down? I want to sit down. You can't sit down. But my friends and I, we do talk about chairs the same way we used to talk about boys, right? We're like, see those three over there by the bar? I get the one with the arms. I did also just realize that I started timing myself and forgot and stopped. So please feel free to give me the light in the chat post. I would love it. I do apologize for that. I think that I love my husband, but I do think men can be kind of like babies. The second like one thing is wrong with their body, they cannot function, not possibly function. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Hungry, cranky, or tired? No, I cannot even look at my schedule right now regarding when the plumber can come. Cannot do it. Like they just can't. They just can't. Women, we learn to operate under all those conditions all the time. You know what I mean? Just to give you an example, earlier this year, I had to have surgery. I had to have part of my cervix removed for precancerous things. And I woke up from surgery in the hospital bed. I was still under anesthesia. I was in so much pain. I didn't even know if they had gotten all the precancer out yet. And I called my husband from the hospital bed and I said, we got to get our tax returns in the mail by 4 or we're screwed, okay? Always working, always functioning. Men can kind of be babies about weight gain stuff too, you know? Like, oh no, that's not the word that I meant to say, not weight gain stuff. I got distracted because I was trying to time myself again to be a good comic. And I anti myself. Heartbreak. You guys can be very big babies about heartbreak. Every woman knows some guy who no longer dates because he had his heart broken once. What? And you know, they talk, you're all out there. You know who you are. And you talk about her like she's your personal Vietnam. You know what I mean? Forget. When women, we deal with heartbreak like wrestling, right? We get knocked down, we just get up, we put on an eccentric leotard, and we go sit on someone's face, and we're fine. No problem. My mom, she was visiting me recently, and she's like a little snobbish, just to try to paint a picture. She won't eat at any restaurant that doesn't serve quiche. She will not. She's not necessarily ordering it, but if they don't serve it, trash, okay? Not going. She always makes me dress up to go to the bank. You know, she's always like, you got to look nice, make them think you got a lot of money. And I was like, they're the bank? They literally know how much money I have. All right, I'll just say one more thing and then I'll get out of here. My husband and I, we booked some vacations. Now that things are opening up, we're very excited. You know, vacations, you're familiar. Those are where you go and you have all your fights. You have them all on vacation. I don't know why. You put your fights in your suitcase and you take them out to the Marriott and then you have your fights there. I think it's like we get tense because we actually don't have like that much money. We don't have a lot of time to travel. So we have like our one trip and it has to go perfectly, you know? We were on our last trip and we were trying to find this museum my husband wanted to go to. And I was driving us and I got us lost. And by the time we found it, it was closed. And then my husband said, it's okay. Like, I still love you. I didn't know that was at risk. You guys, that's been my time. You've been such a great audience. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Cheers for Julia Austin. Definitely go on Instagram and check her out at Canines and Coupons. One more round of applause for Julia Austin, everybody. Alma, I'm loving watching your naked husband run around the backyard and a child with a Frisbee. That's awesome. Comedy's changed a little, people. Yes, it has. Okay, well, let's keep this fabulous show rolling along. Our next act has performed in 26 states, and he's also performed the World Series of Comedy all the way from Oakland. Let's hear it for Ira Summer, everybody.
Oh, this is fun. I need to tell a lot of you people, getting old sucks. No, the other day I hurt my knee playing soccer in a dream. Yeah, I didn't even know that was possible. But apparently I'm at a point in my life now where my subconscious is not even willing to let me have the fantasy of being in shape. It's been going on all year, getting worse. January, I threw out my back logging into Zoom. There's no warning. This is So my friends have started telling me, don't worry, 60's the new 30. 60's the new 30. And I don't want to hear this because I'm not 60 yet. Besides, I know that people used to die at 30. So I think this is their way of saying, you're almost dead. And it's bad because my body's been getting worse during this whole shutdown. Because I'm not getting enough exercise. The only cardio I've been getting the last year is going out for a walk and yelling at people to put on your mask. I yell at them. They yell at me. My heart rate goes up. That's cardio. My cousin tried to help. Last summer, my cousin tagged me in the Facebook push-up challenge. If you're not familiar with the Facebook push-up challenge, that's where you're supposed to do 25 push-ups a day, every day for 25 days. And each day, tag someone that you want to unfriend you. So I did it. 25 days. I'm down 25 friends. I felt great. So yeah, I've been stuck at home. So I've been doing one of those prison cell workouts, where you do push-ups, sit-ups, go outside and avoid the white supremacists. Not sure I'm getting it all done. But yeah, like Julia was talking about, I put on some weight, got desperate. So I tried to deal with it through diet. First thing I did is I joined, about a year ago, I joined Nutrisystem. And I don't know if you're familiar with Nutrisystem. Nutrisystem is a plan where you pay more money to get less food. That's their plan. And you don't have enough money left to buy snacks. So that wasn't working for me. I got around to, I Googled the most effective ways to lose weight because Google knows everything. It turns out the two most effective things you can do to lose weight are to drink at least a half gallon of water every day and sleep at least 7 hours every night. And that's great. The problem is I'm at a point in my life where I can't do both. No, gave it a try. It's been 14 months. At this point, I think I've lost 200 hours of sleep. Now things are opening up. So I have a chance. I got a chance to go back to the gym. Because at this point, I miss the gym. And the thing is, it's not even a good gym. I belong to Planet Fitness. A couple of you are laughing. For the rest of you, you may not be aware. Planet Fitness is a gym for the people who eat at Denny's. It is, and I don't mean that as a put down on Denny's. I love Denny's. Somehow Denny's has gotten a bad rap recently. It has somehow become the Nickelback of diners. And that's just wrong. Because Denny's is great. Everybody's welcome at Denny's. Everybody. Doesn't matter if you're an Indian man, a white woman, a Jew that looks like a Nazi. Everybody's welcome at Denny's. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about Planet Fitness, because everybody's welcome at Planet Fitness. Yeah, it's not like a regular gym. At a regular gym, you're going to expect to see beautiful people. Not at Planet Fitness. No, at a regular gym, off in the corner, you're going to hear Brad talking to Kyle about how they got ripped. Yeah, about how they're doing their reps. They got cut on their new keto diet where they cut out all their carbs. Hey, I get it. I understand. I know if I cut all the carbs out of my diet, I'd be pissed all the time too. But Planet Fitness isn't like that. Planet Fitness is a no judgment gym. I thought that sounded great. So I went to check it out. There's one out here in Oakland. So I drove over. I walked past the trainers. who were outside smoking. I went inside so I could check out the workout regimen of these athletes. And I spotted a woman on the treadmill. She was talking on her phone. Yeah. Not moving her feet. No, just talking on her phone. And I'm thinking, I can do this. Yeah, if you want to feel better about yourself, just walk into a Planet Fitness. Look, I've been divorced for 12 years now. I've tried online dating. I'm a realist at this point. I know that this is not an impulse buy. No, there are no women running around going, oh my God, Dr. Evil's accountant is so hot. No, that's not a thing. But at Planet Fitness, I'm a 9. Yeah, I used to belong to one of those fancy gyms. I know the secret to looking beautiful is genetics. Hey, try getting better looking parents. It's too late for me now. The thing is, if you can't be beautiful, you should try and be healthy. The secret to good health is getting your heart rate up and keeping your heart rate up for a prolonged period of time. And my secret to getting my heart rate up while I'm on the ellipticals, I watch the news. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to have a heart attack watching current events, this is a golden age. It is every day, something new. Just right before the pandemic, I'm there. I'm working out. I'm sweating all over the machines. I'm doing my thing. I look up on the screen and I see this story about this elementary school where they banned kids from playing ball because kids were getting hurt playing ball. Now, what is wrong with parents today? That would have never happened when I was a kid. Now, when I was a kid, parents understood that getting hurt by the jocks at recess is how you find out if you're supposed to become an artist or an engineer. Now, how many times do you think Mark Zuckerberg got hit in the face with a football before he decided, oh, I better learn how to program? Yeah. Anyway, that's my time. So great to see all of you. Back to
Ira Summer! Planet Fitness 9!
Hey.
I know some of you are going to join tomorrow, right? I'm for sure a 9.5. Too much? People, some of you may not even realize, well, I guess you all did because you came in, but this is a free comedy show. And I'm sorry, a lot of this comedy has been $35 comedy, okay? Right now, with Zoom shows, you can see $1.25 comedy any night of the week. This was like in total, at least $100 show. So I want to let you know that in our little chat box, there's going to be links so you can tip your comedians. Come on, we really appreciate it. Also, let's have a huge round of applause for the Comedy Hub, who is hosting us on Twitch.
Right.
And Alma just went like this. I guess he's getting his money together. He's going to collect money from all his neighbors, and the children in the neighborhood get their lemonade money, right? Mm-hmm. We are getting very close to the end of the show. I know Julia was talking about her partner, her husband. I've actually been with the same guy for 25 years, same penis for 25 years. Thank you. Still in love, thanks to therapy. But it's funny because my husband's, he's been a real romantic. Like, he always wrote me really cute notes. Like, we went on a camping trip one time and I ate too many apricots and I was hiding in the woods waiting for things to pass because it felt like a little early for him to find out what happens when I eat too many apricots. I get in our one-person tent that we're sharing and he's written a note on my pillow. It just says, permission to pass gas. That's love. Only problem problem with someone giving you permission is they're giving themselves permission now, right? And every day it's like, pull my finger. Who has a lighter? Grab a jar. I have never had gas coming through my bum cheeks and gone, oh my God, let's make a game of this. Leave the room, blame it on someone else. Dawn, you're farting right now, aren't you? But the cute notes continued. I remember when we first moved in, he realized I'm a little bit of a slob. Like I'd leave my socks on the floor, but he wouldn't nag me. I'd just get a little note on my socks, being a drawing of a little sad sock. The sock was like, hey, I missed the drawer. And because this is a clean show, I'll just when my husband and I made love, or we hadn't made love in a very long time, I'd get a note on my pillow. There'd be a drawing of a dancing penis. I won't tell you what the penis was saying because this is a clean show, but you can use your imaginations. Come on, proud parents, you didn't get kids nowhere, right? You know how you did it. But I find that the tone of the notes has changed over the years. Recently, we're going to this outdoor barbecue, just us and some neighbors. And my husband's like, can you not smoke pot? Okay, you go nutty. We're just getting to know these neighbors. Please don't smoke pot. I'm like, fine, whatever. Halfway through this barbecue, the guy who's lighting up the fire is like, hey, who wants to smoke hash? I'm like, I do. I haven't done that since friggin' high school. They're doing old school hot knives. I'm like, who's your mommy? Just me. Telling stories, getting to know the neighbors. I look up 2 hours later, and he's right there. Like, I actually thought he had gone home. No, he's holding a note. I'm thinking, it's been so long. I open the note. He's just written 2 words. He wrote, stop talking. Something to look forward to, Gina Mackey. The young in love person over there. You look at that smile. All right, people, we have our last act all ready for you. You guys still feeling the love? Still feeling warmed up? Come on, let me hear you, people. Yes. All of the regulars here know him and love him all the way from Comedy Central. Please welcome Aaron Cominos, everybody.
Hello, everybody. We did it. Oh, man, another Friday in the books. Well done, everybody. And well done to Ira for the awesome brick background. I'm feeling you, man. I like it. I like the virtual backgrounds. And I like how Alma has been set up so that we are watching her kids for her. This is great. They're watching kids run around in the background in their backyard this whole time. This is great. Zoom is actually a virtual babysitter at the same time. This is perfect. And also, thank you to everyone who's kept their cameras on, even as the comics have mentioned something or said something. Usually, if this was a comedy show in person, as soon as a comic is like, hey, you, so you're wearing a hat, that people just freak out and they leave. And you guys, you've hung out, you've stayed. This is great. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, I can't wait to go back to in-person shows where when a person heckles me and then is right there in my face and a full foot taller than I can't wait. Oh boy, cannot wait. Thank goodness I'm all vaccinated. That'll be awesome. That'll be good. Oh, so I don't know, everyone. I'm sure as most of you know, I live here in New York City. I don't know why I said here in New York City, because technically here is nowhere and everywhere for all of us. I live in New York City, is what I was trying to say, with some extra words. Live in Brooklyn, and it's interesting, living in New York, you can tell how well someone is doing in their career, in their life, inversely by how many roommates they have. The fewer roommates, the better you are doing. I'm doing pretty well. I am down to just one roommate, so I'm doing pretty well. Although this last one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to shake this one because it is my wife. So I don't think I will have this apartment to myself ever. Because I kind of like having her here. It's great. She's awesome. There's a lot of talk about names, long names. Pratik has a long name. Also, I loved hearing Pratik say his name, but with a little bit of a Chicago accent. That was awesome. Pratik, and he's throws it in there. I have a hyphenated last name, Caminos-Smith. My parents, when they got married, they each gave me both of their last names because just being short was not enough to deal with. They wanted some extra chaos. Here's the problem. Height, that was in the genes. I didn't have a choice for that. You could have chosen a different name. You could have just gone with whatever. You could have just named me a totally different name. You could have named me like Aaron Summer, and I would have been Ira's long lost Jewish child. I mean, that's what we done. But instead, here I am. So I do have my vaccine. I'm feeling good. I feel like I just saw some reports about booster shots. I was talking to my friend who did not want to get the vaccine. And his big reasoning is that he's like, oh, I'm going to get the vaccine. And then a year from now, I got a booster shot? What are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. I was like, wait, you're willing to get the vaccine once, but you're not willing to get another? What are you, afraid of needles? Are you 7? Like, what's the problem here? I don't follow your logic of what you're upset about. Like, you just get another one. That's all it is. Like, I'm going to eat this lunch. I will eat it, but you're going to tell me in a couple hours I'm going to have to eat food again? No. Like, you'll be all right. You'll be fine, buddy. This is me. I'm just trying to spread the Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson gospel. That's me right now. That's all I'm trying to do. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be great if there's been like a 4th company this whole time that's like, ours works. They forgot about it. That would be great. And it's just like vaccines. And no one trusts Eddie. I saw there was a roller coaster. I know we're all trying to get back out and get out into amusement parks. That was the transition I was going to say before saying I saw this in the news. Hey, it's getting warmer out, everybody. We're going to start going to amusement parks, traveling again, getting outdoors. I saw this in the news. See how well that flowed? I interrupted myself right there. So there was a roller coaster in Phoenix. It got stuck on the track for hours. And I was like, wow, that seems really scary. But then I saw a picture of where it got stuck. It didn't get stuck on the top. They weren't like upside down in a loop. It got stuck towards the end at like the very bottom, like barely 20 feet above the ground. Like anyone's normal ladder in their garage could have reached people. Like, how lame of a story does that end up being? Oh, man, you got stuck on a roller coaster. That must have been so scary, but the view must have been amazing. Well, we were at the bottom. It was at an angle. I was leaning against my friend the whole time. I was actually staring at the roof of a fake thatched hut building where they sold frozen ice, shaved ice. And that's all I could see was just this one building, and I could see the plumbing for the bathrooms. That's all. Well, let's just say a lot of us had to pee when we first got stuck. By the time we were rescued, a lot of us didn't have to pee. So, yeah, it wasn't fun. That would be your story. I'm the guy who peed on the stuck roller coaster. That's what happened. I used to go to amusement parks all the time. I've never gotten stuck on a roller coaster. When I was in high school, I had season passes to Six Flags Great Adventure in South Jersey. I went down there with the Pineys and the Pine Barrens. I don't know how many of you know about the New Jersey Devil who lives in the Pine Barrens and runs around in the woods and likes to ride on the Scream Machine. And it was great because, like, as teenagers, we had like a whole plan. We had a whole idea of like, hey, when we get there, right when it opens, as soon as that gate opens, this is what we do. We are going to run to Batman. We're going to get to Batman. We'll get on the front of the ride. After Batman, we go to Scream Machine, slightly less popular. After that, you do one of the mid-range rides. Maybe you do a log flume. You calm down a little bit. After you got to go to the acrobatic show. That's indoors. It's air conditioned. You cool off. You're going to get some lunch. We're going to eat one of those square pieces of the burnt orange and yellow that's on top of a sponge. That's what we're going to eat. They call that pizza. We're going to get afterwards. We go to the log flume. Like, we had a whole plan. Keep in mind, none of us could ever get our homework done on time. Ever. But when it came to Great Adventure, we were all like project managers, and we suddenly all were super talented and knew exactly what we were doing. I don't know why that was the time. I just feel like, are you guys fans of the log flume? Anybody here remember riding on the log flume? I don't know. Maybe a big fan going out to kind of the log flume. I just feel like it's neither a roller coaster nor a water slide. Like, just make up your mind, log flume. What are you? Who are you for? What's your goal? What's your purpose? Are you for adults? Are you for kids? I don't understand. By the way, I once was told by another comic, by a friend of mine, that I could talk about any topic for at least 5 minutes. He was like, I could just name anything and you could talk about it. And he recently told me the word log flume. So here we go. I feel like when you're on a log flume, you're like, the whole point of a roller coaster is you're like, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to die. Oh, wait a minute. I survived. Like, that's why roller coasters are fun. You're scaring yourself into thinking you're not going to live. And then you do. And you're a victor. You've made it. A log flume is like, hey, this is kind of fun. It's a little bit of a drop and there's water for some reason, kind of. And you can't even have fun because as soon as you hit the drop, you're like, hey, I think we're going to, I don't have a lap bar. Is this safe? I think we're kind of going to, oh no, there's water. I'm wearing socks. Right? Like that's not fun for anyone. Just make up your mind, log flume. If you belong in the water park, go in the water park. I'll be wearing a bathing suit. I'll be wearing Tevas because it was 1997. And I'll be ready. I'll be ready for the log flume. I want to have fun, not be uncomfortably wet for the rest of the day. I don't think that was exactly 5 minutes on log flumes, but it was close. It was fun. Did you guys see Jeff Bezos is stepping down from Amazon next? I think in July he's going to step down, and there will be a new head of Amazon arriving in exactly 2 days. They have Prime. Amazon has Prime. I think that's what that joke was. I'm not sure. I have Prime. I also have Amazon. I'm a Prime. Me, Optimus, the numbers 2, 3, 5, 7. We're all Primes. I'm one of them. I've got it. It's pretty awesome. I think Jeff Bezos, he's going to commit himself full time to just being an evil supervillain. He's got the Lex Luthor look. He's got it. I think he can do it. I think he's, oh man. Guys, did we have a fun time tonight? Did we enjoy our show? Have a fun time?
Yes.
Living Room Show. You guys have been an amazing audience as always. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to follow our show. We're Living Room Comedy. You can find us on Twitter. We're on there. You can find me, Funny Aaron. Find me on everything. Instagram, Twitter. You find me on all that good stuff. I'm on Friendster, I think. I'm still on there.
Everyone give Aaron a huge round of applause. Also, if you guys want to keep in touch with me, I have some love cards, and it only costs me 45 cents to send them to you. You can have your very own permission to pass gas card, your stop talking card, and if you saw me on the last show, the take the L bro card, which means you're a loser. You can give that to coworkers, family. I'm Rash Ellie on Instagram. And let's have a huge round of applause for all the fabulous comedians you saw on the show tonight. We had Julia Austin. We had Iris Summer. We had Pruthik Srivastava. I hope I said your last name right. Keep supporting live comedy. I think you guys have really made our weekend. Thank you for being such a great audience, and for all of you who kept your cameras on. We love seeing your smiling faces. And another big round of applause for the organizer, Aaron, and his buddy Turner, who will be back next week.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We really appreciate it.
Good job, folks.
We will see you next Friday. Thank you. Said it so you guys can chat too. You guys can all unmute yourselves. We'll hang out. We'll chat for a little bit. Yeah, you guys are